Have you heard that Malaysia recently elected a new king? Ibrahim Iskandar of Johor is a billionaire with his own army, but like any influential man, a very influential woman is behind him. His only wife is Raja Zarith Sofiah. They have been together for 42 years and raised 6 children. This woman's life is very inspiring, but there was a lot of pain behind the external shine and success in her life. One family tragedy brought her a lot of grief. Why has the queen been crying at night for the last few years? Keep watching the Wow channel to discover this royal family's secrets. 65-year-old Sultan Ibrahim Iskandar of Johor became the new king of Malaysia in October 2023. This country has a unique rotational monarchy under which the rulers of the 9 states of Malaysia become monarchs in turn for 5-year terms. The Sultan has enormous wealth. According to Bloomberg, the Johor family is worth $5.7 billion. He owns a vast business empire, including real estate, telecommunications, and power plants. The king has his own fleet of private jets and a collection of 300 luxury cars. One of the king's cars once belonged to Hitler. In a 2013 interview posted to YouTube in 2017, Sultan Ibrahim said Hitler was a friend of his great-grandfather. He added that Hitler's car was sent to England and then Malaysia before being given to his great-grandfather. The Sultan also has his own private army. As you can see, the new king of Malaysia is not only wealthy but also very influential. In an interview with journalists, he said he would not be a puppet king. A Bloomberg profile of him describes the king as a motorcycle-riding, Ferrari-driving, Instagram-savvy royal. The only wife of the king, Raja Zarith Sofiah, actively participates in the country's public life. She almost always accompanies the king on important events. This woman is not just the king's wife. She received the title of queen and is an essential person in the country. Queen Raja participates in the work of non-governmental organizations and universities and writes a periodical column for a newspaper. But who is this woman who became the Queen of Malaysia, and why is there so much pain behind the external shine and success? Her story is very interesting. Raja Zarith Sofiah was born in the Perak region of Malaysia in 1959. She was the 3rd child of Sultan Idris Shah II of Perak. Raja grew up in a royal family and got an excellent education. She graduated from primary school in Malaysia and then secondary school in England. She attended Somerville College, Oxford, and obtained her Bachelor of Arts in Chinese Studies from the University of Oxford and her Master of Arts. In 1982, when Raja Zarith Sofiah was 23, she became the wife of the then Crown Prince Tunku Ibrahim Ismail. It was probably an arranged marriage. However, this union was strong and most likely happy. The husband and wife were about the same age, from the same social environment, and had much in common. They got married when Raja Zarith Sofiah was still studying at Oxford. However, she continued her studies and received her Master of Arts in 1986. The family's first son was born 2 years after the wedding, and a daughter 2 years later. In total, 6 children were born into this family. Raja Zarith Sofiah gave birth to her last child in 2001, when she was 42. All the children in this family are successful in their careers, business and politics. Their oldest son, Tunku Ismail Idris, is the crown prince and will one day take his father's place. Being the Sultan's wife and raising 6 children is a tough job. However, Raja Zarith Sofiah has always strived to participate in the country's public life actively. She does a lot of charity work, so local media call her the Queen of Hearts. She is also a strong advocate for improving the use of English in Malaysia and speaks 5 languages: Malay, English, Chinese, French, and Italian. In 2012, Raja Zarith Sofiah founded the foundation to help communities bridge through educational initiatives in Malaysia and also abroad. In 2017, the royal, who is the University Technology Malaysia Chancellor, was given an honorary degree from the University of Nottingham. University of Nottingham Malaysia Campus CEO and Provost Professor Graham Kendall told the institution's website, "Her contribution to society and education is immense, and today we want to recognize her contribution in advocating related causes for the betterment of society." The Queen often speaks at scientific conferences and is a keen artist. Her works have been presented at exhibitions. She is the author and illustrator of several children's books and writes for the Star's Mind Matters column, previously also in the New Straits Times. Raja Zarith Sofiah has noted several times that she has a mixed heritage. In a Facebook post on her household's page, she noted, "At the age of 60, I realized that there is still so much for me to learn," she wrote, according to local media. "One thing I do know for sure is that my Chinese grandmother is as Malaysian as I am myself." She added, "As a parent, I was determined for my own children to know and accept that my grandmother was Chinese, in the same way that they know that their own paternal grandmother was English." This woman has always had everything that many only dream of. She has wealth, a beloved family, children, and the respect of other people. But one day a tragedy occurred in this family, and Raja Zarith Sofiah shed many tears. In 2014, one of her sons, Tunku Abdul Jalil, became seriously ill. He was the 4th child in the family and was always his parents' pride. Tunku Abdul Jalil was a degree holder in zoological and conservation studies from the Zoological Society of London in the United Kingdom. He loved animals, volunteered at the zoo, and was involved in charities. He enjoyed sailing and also pursued a police career. Tunku Abdul Jalil received the rank of inspector and was the first and only royalty to serve in the RMP. He was the favorite son in the family, as he was very kind and dreamed of making this world a better place. But when he was only 24 years old, doctors gave him a terrible diagnosis, stage 4 liver cancer. For a whole year, the family fought for his life. Tunku Abdul Jalil was treated at a hospital in Guangzhou, China. Later, he was transferred to Hospital Sultanah Aminah, Johor Bahru, for further treatment and underwent a liver transplant. He felt better for a while, and the family hoped he would recover. During his recovery, the prince visited other cancer patients, listened to their stories, and helped as best he could. He realized that he had to convince his parents to create a center for cancer patients. Thanks to the prince's efforts, in the summer of 2015, the family opened the Tunku Laksamana Johor Cancer Foundation. Almost 40,000 people in Malaysia are diagnosed with cancer every year. More than half of them die, and only thanks to the efforts of Tunku Abdul Jalil and his family did the situation change. The new cancer center helps thousands of patients. Unfortunately, the prince himself was never able to recover. He died in terrible agony. what it was like for his mother to watch him fade away day after day. There is no greater tragedy for a mother than seeing her child suffer. But an even greater disaster for her was the day when Tunku Abdul Jalil passed away in December 2015, exactly a year after he learned of the diagnosis. Raja Zarith Sofiah lost her beloved son and has been shedding tears since that day. Tunku Abdul Jalil was only 25 years old. His life ended so early. He was given a royal state funeral at Istana Besar, Johor Bahru, and buried beside his grandfather. After the death of his son, Sultan Ibrahim Iskandar of Johor and his wife continued their son's work. They promised that they would carry on to help people with cancer. Today, Raja Zarith Sofiah is actively involved in charity work. She lost her son and experienced the most significant grief a mother can experience. However, she has a new meaning in life. She must be strong to help others. Her story shows that even the wealthiest and most powerful people are sometimes powerless in the face of a terrible disease. Before death and misfortune, all people are equal, and even a bank account worth several $billion will not help save your loved one. Thanks for watching. Please leave comments, like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.